in many different ways, food is, in my view, a very important topic for all of us. And it seems to be quite often just to be taken for granted. Whereas in fact, there's a lot of organizing behind food before it comes to the plate.
What I find interesting about food is that kind of provides this kind of grounding. It's a sort of anchor that makes organizing sort of like real, because we all need to produce food and eat. And so it's not a choice to organize around food. And I think that's also how the theme of materiality and the material agency of food came about.
What drew me into that adventure is the energy. If one can think of one word, and I think energy, you can spin it in several ways, but I think that the team has a lot of energy, but also the topic itself has a lot of energy in different ways. I mean, I think it's something Org Studies had a depth with, something it needed to explore more systematically and probably find a voice and an own identity and agenda around it. 7 papers that bring us in different directions, and also the conversations they open up. It's been a joyful ride.
In hindsight, looking back on what we wrote is in this introduction, for example, about the biomateriality. For anybody who is cooking on a regular basis and a little bit more serious than just chucking pasta in a pot of water, then this is all very familiar territory. You know that you need to take care of the food, that you need to engage with it in a special way. It's not like Lego, or it's not a book. It needs different organizing. So in a way, it was there all along. It just needed to be made explicit. It's at the same time extremely abstract, but also super intuitive. Anybody can recognize what it means that food has an agency, because it spoils otherwise and then it stinks.
In the introduction, we created this conceptual framework to organize the different studies, but also to showcase this biomaterial angle of food as maybe a category of its own, to maybe hope that some organization scholars want to take this up and go into this direction and really look at, what the materiality of food, how this shapes organizing.
The papers in the special issue live up to both the title and the subtitle. We had these paradoxes, problems and potentialities, and of course a number of papers tease challenges around standards or around aspects of organizing, but also the hope and potential that exists in this field, not only to be a cause of a lot of problems, but also to carry the solutions.
Bon appétit!